I'm John the Butcher with Damn Good Meats, and we're gonna today. We're gonna show you how to work out a pork butt for some country style ribs, pulled pork, some little bit of gourmet. But actually, this pork here is actually we're gonna be doing Italian sausage and some country style breakfast links later on. So, but right now I'm gonna show you how to work out a butt for some chops and some other things you could use them for. Real cheap piece of meat to do that. A lot of meals out of this thing. So let's get going. All right, get rid of these things here. Get them set up here. Okay, that one's a nice one here. All right, what we're gonna do. First thing that we're going to do here on a butt, all butts, about pretty much 90% of the butts are going to have a gland in it. Very important to pull that. All you got to do, it's in the back of the butt here and the shoulder. Okay, there's the bone, face it to you, turn it up this way, just kind of notch that out. You'll see this right here. This little gland here. You could actually pull it out right here. Boom, there, that's all it is. That is garbage. You do not want to grind that. You do not want to eat that. You bite into that thing, it's going to be pretty bitter. So not very good. So, you could clean this up a little bit like that. The fat here, these are actually going to be for sausage. So you want to leave all the fat on it. Makes a great sausage. So right now we're going to flip it over, bone side this way. What you're going to do is take a steak knife and run it all the way down. Leave some meat by the bone. You don't want to strip the bone, okay? So leave that meat on the bone. And actually, what I did with these before, I threw them in the freezer, and there's a purpose to that. I got them a little nice and solid for about 5 hours. You don't want to fully freeze them because then they'll be a brick. Why I do that is when you grind, you want to grind real cold stuff because it heats up the worm in the grinder and it can mush up on pork. So, but that's one thing. Just to let you know, that's how that was. Okay, and we just stripped it down. This is all boneless. This is what you're gonna get country style ribs out of it. Okay, and all you have to do, you push and pull. I'm gonna show you how beautiful these are. That's a country style rib right there. Nice and easy. Out of a piece of meat that's about $1.19, 99 cents on sale, you got yourself $2 a pound country style ribs. Now, if you want, this bone here, you could pull it. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be pulling these bones. We'll show that to our next video when we're about to do the sausage. But right now, we're not going to be pulling these bones. This here, I'm going to knock this down off of here. The bone starts here. You could always ride the bone just like this. If you want a thinner cut right there, this is a country style rib. All you do is kind of clean it up a little bit. You don't want too much fat on them. But then again, a lot of people like that fat. So it all depends on your tastings. We're going to be saving this fat for sausage. Now, cutting that down on a little thinner side here like that, trim that up, and there you go. You have yourself a nice little steak here for a chop. Or you can just take, you don't want all country style ribs, you just cut a little thinner, like a chop, and just make chops out of it. Go all the way down on it. You could bread them, bake them, pan fry them, whatever. It makes a really, really tender pork chop. Here, that's one thing I said about the gland here. See that little gland right there? I missed a little bit of it. So that's not a big deal. You see that thing, get rid of it right away. Don't waste any time on that. But that's a beautiful chop here. All right? Isn't that beautiful? That's damn good. So right now, what we're going to be doing, we're going to finish this off for country style ribs, okay? Those are country style ribs. That's all right. I'm not going to trim them up because I'm going to really cut them down for sausage next video that we're going to be doing. So that's that. Now with the bone here, this piece right here, beautiful piece of meat for pulled pork sandwiches. Now what you want to do, if you're going to do that, you could always take it down, depending on how many people are cooking. One full one, boy, that's going to make a lot of sandwiches. It'll probably feed 20, 25 people, one full one. And you do a slow cooker and stuff like that. Google a recipe, that's fine, to figure out how to do the pulled pork. But if you're just doing a small crock pot of pulled pork for a small family of 3 or 4, you don't need a full one. You don't even need a half a one. What I do, because I'm doing sausage here, I'm just going to knock down a piece here, because I'm going to cut these up in about like golf ball sizes. Okay, this here is for sausage. I'm going to be grinding that. Okay, this here, you have the bone in it. Just trim it up a little bit. You want some fat, because when you do the pulled pork, the last thing you're going to do is going to shred it. And when you shred it, you remove the fat. But you just want some fat because it adds the flavor through the sandwiches and through the batch. So you just trim it up just like that. Just leave some fat, not really crazy, but that's beautiful. And if you want to take a little bit more meat off of it, your bone goes here, your shoulder bone. Actually, it's called a 7 bone. And I'll show you why on our next video when we pull the bone for the sausage. I'll show you how to pull the bone. So you just take a little bit more off if you don't want a lot of pulled pork. Because you got to remember, that pork, that bone, it goes through. It's a blade bone, and it's shaped as a 7 bone. So it's really called a 7 bone. That's what I call it. I've been calling it for years. So, but that's how you work out a butt for pulled pork, some chops, and some country style ribs. And we'll see you next time when we start knocking this down for Italian sausage and some breakfast links. Till next time, damn good meat.